Hi guys, good morning. My name is Trimen Beyond DTM, the anchor of Cattle Solution Prison Academy. Today I'll be talking about a very important factors in cartridge farming, which is a pond netting. Pond netting is a way of you protecting your ponds from predators like the hawk, like the kingfishers, like the frogs, like the alligators, like the snakes. So these are protective measures for farmers to be able to make sure that at least they ascertain the number of fishes stocked in a particular pond at a particular period. I do understand most farmers don't take this as important as I normally felt it should be, because many farms I do visit, I don't see them put up a net on their ponds. So but that is why I want to make sure that these factors sound important to those farmers who care to really understand those factors I'm trying to talk about your pond netting. If you are using an netting pond, it is at least, that is the first port of call you need to do. This serves as a security measures for your seedlings, especially when they are still at their infant stage. The infant stage is like for even some of us that do stocks our fishes from fingerlings. The factors or the risks that we'll be experiencing from fingerlings is extremely very high. So we need to make sure that we sort our fish and we net immediately the pond. So it is advisable for anybody that is stocking a netting pond, immediately you clear and clean your pond. Make sure that you net immediately, so that this will not allow the predators to attack, maybe to rush into the pond before netting. So by the time you stock, this could be the first feast for the predators. So it is very important for us that are using a netting pond to make sure that we net our pond immediately we clear the ponds. And there are different kind of net. We have the cotton net, we have the rubber net. The cotton net has its advantage, while the rubber net has its advantage. Meanwhile, the two of them has a disadvantage. But the one you are seeing presently in this video is what we call the rubber net. The rubber net stands as two things. It stands as a security to protect the pond, and it serves as a trap to trap some predators too as well, because some of these kingfisher, by the time they stays at the edge of your pond, maybe you are the likes that are using a concrete or a tarpaulin or a rubber pond, so by the time they stays at the edge of this pond, their leg do some of their feet do hangs on this rubber net, and they are being trapped, especially snakes and alligator. So these serve as two things for you to trap so that you can see what is feasting on your fishes physically by the end of the day. There's a lot of farm I visited, and there's a farm I supply some seeds to, and by the end of the day, my client called me by the end of 1 month that the fishes, by the time they do the accounting, that I think the fishes did not complete. And I asked them, do you really net your pond? He said no. He said but they don't see any flies, any flyers, any predators that comes by the day. So I advise them that it is very, very important for every farmers to net their pond. These birds, these kingfishers, most of them comes at night too as well. It's gone are the days that there's a proverb that birds don't fly at night, but at present I don't really know what is happening. So by the night time you will see them perched at the base, at the sides of the pond, and they will conveniently be feasting on your fishes. These will serve as food for them for the night, and they will automatically invite their friends and family to come and feast on your fishes too as well. With this, you'll be having low mortality, and you'll be thinking, what is really happening to my fish? They are not dying. You are not seeing the heads, you are not seeing the skeleton, and you are not even seeing them floating on your pond, but they are decreasing. Those are the factors that can make your fishes decrease. It add more to your mortalities. It kills your production. It kills your business. So it is very, very important as a farmer to make sure that you understand your netting. You know the type of netting you will use. The rubber net you can use it over time. By the time you get the bundles, as you can see on the video presently you are watching, we are netting a concrete pond at Ayobo. So that is the process of netting it. When you want to use a rubber net, because it's like an elastic, it expands a lot. So what you just do is that by the time you get the net, get the length of your pond and cut it, and you now spread it. This will really cover your net. It will protect your fishes from being harmed by these unwanted predators, this visible and invisible predator. Even for women, it helps in protecting anybody from taking advantage, because your pond is not net. Anybody can do it. Your farm managers can do it. Anybody can come to your farm and do this. But by the time your pond is net, these serve as a little security for them, because they know the place. You are the one that nets the pond, so you know the way you net it. So by the time you come, maybe in the evening or in the morning, and you discover that the netting has changed to where you placed it, so you should have known that something is wrong. Somebody have tampered, and by the end of the day, you should have noticed that some of your seedlings is being affected. So it is important for you to really understand these factors, which I understand will help many farmers to grow up their farm as a consultant. So make sure that you net your pond, make sure that you use an appropriate net, but you can do with netting, especially when your fishes are above 3 months. With this you can do with netting. But when your fishes are still at fingerlings, post fingerlings, juvenile, post juvenile, and post maybe jumbo size, maybe 100 grams, they still need to net them, because these kingfishers, they can still come to your pond and started picking your fishes 5, 10, 20 per day, depend on how their family and friends are hungry. So make sure that you adhere to this advice. Make sure that you take to this advice. Make sure that you take to this some of our rules we preach on this channel. And before I go, make sure that you hit on the subscription button on my YouTube page. Make sure that you press on the notification button and press on the like button. Give feedbacks, please. It's very, very important to give feedbacks, and your comment is highly welcome. Make sure that you give a comment, maybe thank you, any comment at all that would be appreciating to me. So make sure that you do this, and make sure that you share these videos to friends and family. And if you have not joined my free WhatsApp training daily group, make sure that you contact me for the link so that I can send you the link. You can also join and tap into one or two factors, importance, understanding, clarifications that you need to know about fish farming. So once again, my name is Stephen Biodun, the anchor of Cattle Solution Place and Academy. Make